Yeah, this is Batman vs Superman, the Ultimate Editing and
Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, Ultimate Edition. And it's something that Warner Brothers and Zack Snyder did when they released the DVD set after the theater released. And
actually, no, this was actually planned before the theatrical release was released to the public. Warner Brothers did cut down the film a lot on Batman v Superman, but this is the film that Zack Snyder wanted to release in theatres. So now, like, I've seen it before. Like, if you want to, like, know, like, most of my thoughts, you can go and see my talk about it, my voiceover talk about it. And I nearly had 300 views for that, so thank you guys for that. I actually did not expect that, so thank you very much. So Ronan, this is like the first time that Ronan's seen it, so yeah, we're gonna like give our thoughts, like see if like I've changed, like, you know, my mind about anything, see what Ronan thinks about the put in scenes. So what did you think of the put-in scenes at the moment? I
liked it. I love the theater one. Sometimes I questioned about the haters. No offense, but I'm just really. It's sometimes when I see the haters, people saying it's terrible, I just go insane. It drives me insane that people are just hating this movie. But I don't see the flaws about it.
Well, the thing about this film is that even with like the theatrical release, like it, there are things to enjoy, but I think like there is like flawless though. Like no, I don't really think any film's like perfect. So like I can't really like, you know, call this film perfect as much as I want to. I mean, I can't really call Star Wars perfect. It has flaws, but. Like this movie does have its strengths, and I think it does have its weaknesses. But going into the Ultimate Edition, what was the one scene that really the scenes that really thought that should have been theatrical release?
Well, one of them is that alien that Lex Luthor was looking at, the guy.
Steppenwolf.
Yeah, Steppenwolf. The one with the he's on the cube. I really think they should have. Honestly, I do think they should have kept that one.
Yeah, definitely. I think they should have kept the desert. Some of the desert scenes. Well, or not all of the desert scenes. I mean, there's a bit where Jimmy Olsen actually introduced himself to Jimmy Olsen. I mean, there was like a lot of speculation that could probably be Jimmy Olsen. I think it would have been better if they didn't actually mention that was Jimmy Olsen. So I think the theatrical release.
Let's just call him Soldier Jimmy.
It was called. No, that doesn't feel right. I'm just calling Jimmy Olsen. So like I think I prefer the scene in the extended edition, but I don't really feel like that Jimmy Olsen should have been, you know, named Jimmy Olsen.
Speaking about that scene, when they when that guy the guy who was working for Lex Luthor, he took out the tracking device.
Yeah.
That was a terrible hiding spot because it makes it more easier to find a tracking inside the camera. You know what they should have done? Two things. One, do what they're in Suicide Squad by putting in the neck and then hide it inside the body.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy Olsen actually worked for Argus. If they put that up for Suicide Squad, I would love it.
Or they shove it in his ass.
I'm done.
Anyway,
that's disgusting.
You weren't expecting for an arse joke.
Is there anything else?
Well,
I think they should have kept Jenna Malone's scenes in there. They were quite important. And a bit with Superman helping that person out of the Senate. Yeah. Like I've said this before in my talk, that they should have kept that in there. Does this Ultimate Edition like make the film better for you? Do you feel like that? You know, nothing against like the imagine if this was like the version you saw in cinema. Like this is like the version you saw in cinema. So like the theatrical release never happened. This was the version. Would you have liked it a bit more, or would you still say the same?
I say it's still the same. I just
For me, like it definitely helps the film. I think we could definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
It definitely helps the film. I still like, you know, mainly in the third act, the film does still get a bit bumpy at times. I really saw like no reason why Lex Luthor really created Doomsday. The Batman and Superman fight, you know, awesome, you know, great to look at, and it is an awesome fight. But I thought the build-up could have been, like, you know, a little bit more build-ed up. The meeting of Batman and Superman was a lot more build-ed up, though. Like, you see, like, Clark Kent investigating in Gotham. That's another thing they could have kept in. Clark Kent investigating in Gotham, using his reportive skills to go out in Gotham and investigate. And that's something I think they should have kept in the film. Any other questions that I need to ask? Is there, like, anything, like, you know, oh yeah, have you got, like, any, like, complaints, for, like, most of the scenes?
only one. It's just that beginning scene when Bruce is like doing that. Young Bruce is like doing that. Floating. But it turns out to be a dream. I'm like, okay, I'm cool now.
Yeah, I have got to admit, like, even though that was a dream, I did still feel like that, you know.
But the rest, I have no complaints. I'm fine with Doomsday. I like his design, and he just brings out like he's a monster. He's not really a human being. He's not even Kryptonian. And I'm sometimes getting tired of people saying, "Oh, that's not Doomsday," and it just really annoys me.
Yeah, like that, like, guys, like, even if you, like, don't deny that was Doomsday. Like, hate the film, love the film, don't deny that is Doomsday. Superman died in the film, and as much
And I'm fine with Superman dying. I don't care what Angry Joe says. I like it.
Can we not bring Angry Joe into this, please? Let's not bring Angry Joe into this.
Yeah.
Alright, you pretty much pissed them off right now.
I don't even left any comments. Well, except for that one from his Suicide Squad reaction.
Yeah, we won't go into that though.
Okay.
I do have, like, you know, I thought it was like, you know, I didn't have a problem with the scene in general. I may have a problem, like, it was well done, I'll give him that. Like, I loved the funeral scene. I loved, like, how it shot it. Yeah.
Star Trek style.
I love, like, you know, how they worshipped him. I just, like, didn't really like that. It was just, I just felt it was a bit too early to do, like, the death of Superman. Like, I would have been fine with it if they, like, I will give them this extended edition, because you get to see more of Superman, more of Clark Kent. It does make the film, it does make it a little bit more emotional, because you do know Clark Kent, you do know Superman. And I think it's a little bit more emotional in this extended edition. But the feeling is still inside that I still felt like that, you know, they could have done this in, like, Justice League 4 or, like, Man of Steel 5. I felt like that.
Man of Steel 5?
Man of Steel 5, yeah.
They're planning on making a Man of Steel 5?
Maybe.
For 3 and 4 haven't came out yet.
I'm just saying, like, Man of Steel 5, Man of Steel 4, Justice League 3, Justice League 4. I'm just saying that maybe they could have, like, saved, like, that card for, like, another movie. That's what I'm saying. So I can actually feel more emotional for Superman, because I love Superman. Like, I know I went Batman. I love Batman more, but I can even admit that I love Superman, the character Superman, and, like, I just thought, like, they could have saved it. That's what I'm saying.
I'm still disappointed that Harmony, is that her name? Harmony. The girl that I've been talking about.
Oh, Mercy.
Mercy. I keep on forgetting her name. Mercy. I do have one theory that that she could be just to be a robot. That she It's because I know Lex Luthor as having a robot assistant. What?
She was blown up into smithereens. She was in the room when the thing exploded.
Maybe Lex Luthor built a double, Just,
why would he take? Why would Lex Luthor take like all that time, all that effort to explode the Capitol with Mercy in it, just to rebuild her?
I don't know. Maybe he just came bored and missed her.
Lex Luthor will be in prison. He's gonna have all the entertainment he can. In fact, no, he's going to Arkham. Actually, that's another thing that they should have left in. Bruce, like Batman, came up to him. It's like, "You're going to Arkham." It's like, yes, he's going to Arkham. So like maybe they could make maybe
he will make Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Maybe
you killed SuperBat. That's cold.
Like maybe.
I do hate Batman and Robin. I do hate it.
Yeah, Batman and Robin sucks.
Yeah.
Probably might do a blog on that. The one now maybe in Justice League, maybe he might there's a rumor that he might have an appearance in Suicide Squad. But maybe in Justice League, maybe since he's going to Arkham, maybe they can work in his brain or something and make him more the Lex Luthor we know in the comics. So maybe that's something I'll be interested in. If they don't do that in Justice League, I'm just gonna be really disappointed. Anything else that we need to talk about?
No.
In fact, we might as well give a rating actually. Do you want to start your rating?
Yeah, I give it, for me, you can expect what I think of it. I gave a high score. How many rating? 10? 5 out of...
We'll do it up to a 10.
Okay, 10 out of 10. I love the movie. I think it's perfect.
Okay, hold on. Before you go into the Ultimate Edition, do the theatrical release.
Okay, I give it 9 out of 10, but
Alright.
The extension, I give about 10 out of 10.
So you do think the extended edition is better than the theatrical release?
Yeah,
okay. It does. I do for my the theatrical release. There is enjoyment to have, but it does have some problems. So for the theatrical release, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. For the Ultimate Edition, it doesn't. I don't really think it fixes all of the problems I have. But it does fix it does fix the story, in it. From the theatrical release, what I liked, there were so many things I didn't like, but from action, visuals, music, dialogue, cast, it was brilliant. But from story, I didn't like it. It just kind of fall down a bit. The Ultimate Edition, the story does, with the extra 3 hours, it does help the story a lot. But it doesn't really, for me, I can't really, give it, a 9 or a 10. So, if they fixed it up a little bit, then I think I would have, given it, a 9 or something. But for me, for the Ultimate Edition, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. Because like I said, I did enjoy the fiat. There are enjoyment things to have in the theatrical release. Even though I still am kind of 50-50 on the theatrical release. The Ultimate Edition does kind of make it up for it, and for now I'm just gonna call it the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Ultimate with Story Edition. So So that's all. I think is that all we can really say about.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all we can really say about the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman. I might do another one with Wolf Legend, to see what he thinks. Mainly because I want to do one more with Wolf Legend, mainly because he hasn't really seen the theatrical release. So I want to see what he thinks of the extended edition. See what he thinks of the film. I've shown him a few clips, but I want to do another thing with him. In fact, actually, I'm gonna actually do this one thing. I was thinking of doing this before we actually before we finish. Most of you know that I have been shitting on Jesse Eisenberg's performance as Lex Luthor. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. But you know,
Except me.
because like this guy's in the room with me, and because I'm a loyal friend, I'm a very good friend. I am a good friend. I'm gonna actually give like what I actually liked about Jesse Eisenberg's performance. I mean, of course, there's a lot of things I don't like, but there's also going to be things I like. I like the dialogue. I like the fact that they I know I can't
Give him a religion reference.
Yeah, you know, like
the man won't kill God, the devil will do it.
Yeah, we all know the reference. Like it's very memorable. I think like, you know, I can't really like, you know, like give all the credit to Jesse Eisenberg. I mean, like the writers, Chris Terrio was like, he's an amazing writer and he wrote Batman v Superman. The dialogue, I think, with Lex Luthor was very, you know, I really liked. You know, I love the dialogue. So props to Chris Terrio. And you to Jesse for like saying them. I like it that Jesse Eisenberg also took risks. Like, you know, like he did, you know, like Gene Hackman, like, even though I love him as Lex Luthor, you know, he didn't really have the balls to shave his hair off. So that's my main complaint with, with Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor, is that he didn't shave his hair off. Jesse Eisenberg, even though it was at the end of the film that you see him with bald hair, he still shaved his hair off. Like, that's not a bald cap or anything, that's actually Jesse Eisenberg with bald hair. So that's something I can give props to Jesse Eisenberg for. Anything else? Oh yeah. Even though his, you know, performance, you know, was a bit, you know, crazy, a bit, you know, Nicolas Cagey, Jim Carrey, and a bit, you know, over the top. I think, like, you know, this is kind of like the closest, not the performance, but like the whole thing, the closest thing to Lex Luthor that we have. Like, you know, the businessman, the smart mind, the guy that can actually make a dead man into a robot made of kryptonite. I think this is like the closest thing we actually have to a Lex Luthor like that. So I give props to that. So I guess that's all I can say. You have to stay tuned for my next vlog. I will do probably one more video on Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Oh yeah, I'm also doing my own cut of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice as well. So I probably might give that. I'm going to build up a channel so you guys can see that. Like, I'll release it to you when I do the channel. And I'm also working on my own Batman film as well. Like, he's playing the Joker, I'm playing Batman. Like, we've already like started filming a bit. We're not doing the Killing Batman. My friend Maxim is playing Robin, and we've also got his brother playing Jim Gordon. So yeah. So if you so stay tuned for my next vlog, and see you soon.
Yeah, and if any fans are gonna leave comments about me, like Batman said to Lex Luthor, I'm watching you.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here!
Okay, so Jerome's just left, but there was one more thing I wanted to talk about, and that was the R-rated. I'm not really sure that this film really like deserved to be like an R-rated film. I mean, for the majority of it, like, I mean, yeah, there's blood and everything, but like, their excuse is because Deadpool was R-rated, but Deadpool was R-rated. It had like people getting decapitated. It had like, you know, people getting splattered in the wall. It had like, you know, gore. Like, there was blood everywhere. The movie was just filled with blood, and it had like a bunch of swearing, cursing, and like rude dialogue. With this film, like, I only really heard, like, you know, a couple of swear words, and there wasn't really, like, you know, that much gore that I think a 12-year-old can handle. I mean, if they wanted to go with an R-rated or something, it would probably look like this.
Everyone report to the dance floor. It's your chance for a little romance or what's squeezing. It's the season. Just go.
I'm not creepy or anything. I just have issues.